Hey, what's up, VC? It's Steve again, Harmless Rebel. Time for a 7-inch update. I've been promising Scott one for a while. I've actually got a huge stack. This is not even half of it, but wanted to do something small here before the end of the year. A little late Merry Christmas to everybody. What is today? Today is the 27th, I think. Yeah, the 27th. And if I don't do another video between now and New Year, Happy New Year. So let's just kind of jump into this one. First up, this is one I just got about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks ago. I was actually online on eBay looking for a colored vinyl version of Firepower from Judas Priest. And this popped up. This is a 7-inch EP that was a Japan-only release. It's the Firepower EP. And you've got on the A side, Firepower and No Surrender off of Firepower. And the B side is the Hellion and Electric Eye live from the Battle Cry 2 LP set that came out, I believe, last year. And this one is on clear red vinyl. Sounds killer. I'm going to talk about that album, probably one of my early videos of next year. I've shown it a few times, but I haven't really talked much about it because I really wanted to spend some time with it. And I do have quite a bit to say about that album. But really killer. I ordered this from Japan. I think it was $22 with shipping. And if you look at the price, it's 2,000 yen, which is about 20 bucks. So I don't know if the guy got it for cheap or got it in bulk, but I basically got it for what it costs, give or take. Next up, High Spirits. This was, I was really happy to find this because this is one of the few High Spirits releases I was missing. This is the 2014 7-inch with High Spirits on the A side and Wings of Fire on the B side. And I do have the full length that this was on. This was on clear vinyl. Somebody on YouTube or on Facebook put this up for and they went to like 15. I think I talked them down to 7. I think it was 10 bucks shipped. But one of my favorite new wave of traditional metal bands, High Spirits. I've talked about them a bunch. Highly recommend checking them out if you haven't checked them out yet. This one was pretty cool. This was at my local record store. I was kind of shocked to find it. I found this. This is Danzig One Night in Hell. It's a 4-song bootleg. Live in the UK in 1988. The side 1 is Twisted Cain and Mother. Side 2 is Mother of Mercy and Horror Biz. Really good sound quality on this one. I was really impressed. I also picked up a couple of Sam Hain 7-inch bootlegs. I ended up selling them on one of the Facebook pages. I just wasn't happy with the quality of them. And I'm just not as big of Sam. I do like Sam Hain, but not near as much as Danzig or the Misfits. Next up, this is the most, I believe, the most recent 7-inch from High Spirits. I know they released a 12-inch as well after this, but this is Take Me Home and Just Like a Dream off of their newest album, Motivator. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. Take Me Home was off of Motivator. Just Like a Dream was only available on this 7-inch. I believe this one was, this was just black vinyl, nothing special there. Next up, this is one, when did this come out? Another 2014. Farley gave me my first album from Ranger, and I really dug it. I believe I saw that they just came out with a record either this year or late last year. I can't remember off the top of my head. But this is the Shock Skull 7-inch, and you've got Shock Skull and Omen of Doom. Let's see, this one also on black vinyl. One thing I will say about this, it's like 3 times as thick as a normal 7-inch. And I've got 3 different size 7-inch sleeves of the Blake sleeve style, and it doesn't fit into any of them. I had to use this old trashy sleeve, which kind of annoyed me, but whatever. I'm off topic there. I've shown this before when I did a Record Store Day video 2 Record Store Days ago or whenever this came out. This is the Motorhead Heroes 7-inch picture disc. It's marked backwards. So according to this, side 1 is the LP version of the David Bowie cover song Heroes, which is one of my favorite David Bowie songs. And then the B-side is Live at Wacken, the live version. The live version of this is really cool. I like both versions of this. I've heard a lot of people say they don't like it. David Bowie and Lemmy are two of my all-time favorites, and having him cover Bowie was just perfect for me. So next up is Trap Assassins. This is one I picked up for I believe half price from Hell's Headbangers. Anytime I see a 7-inch from High Roller Records, I grab it, especially if it's a band I haven't heard yet, because I definitely want to sample all the stuff that they release. Most of what I've bought from Hell's Headbangers, or I'm sorry, from High Roller Records, I love. Anyway, my first thought of this was Merciful Fate. It's definitely a Merciful Fate sound-alike band, or a band going for that sound. It's one of the Swedish bands. This is a 2013 release. I actually thought it was a new release when I grabbed it. But it's funny. After I thought Merciful Fate, I started thinking of Portrait, another Swedish band. And I thought it was odd that they sounded exactly like Portrait. So then I did some research, and Trap would become Portrait. Basically, the singer, the guitarist, and the bassist, I believe, went on to form Portrait. And the singer of this band was the singer of the first Portrait album. Really killer, though. If you like Portrait, if you like Merciful Fate, I would definitely grab this one if you can still grab it for cheap. Let me see if this one was on colored vinyl. Nope, that one was black vinyl as well. Next up, this is one I was really happy to see coming out. This is a new one. It just a couple months ago from Black Demon, from Night Demon. This came out about the same time as their live album. I don't believe the song Black Widow is on either of their albums. I believe it's exclusive to this. And then the B-side is Turn Up the Night from Black Sabbath. Like I said, I may be wrong about that, but there you go. Both really killer songs, though, and I can't... there's not much enough I can say about how good Night Demon is. Them, High Spirits, and Black Trip / Void, I think are probably the three best new wave of traditional metal bands. Everything they release is amazing. And I'll talk about Void in another video coming up the first of the year, because they will definitely be on the top, one of the best of albums for me. This next one I bought as part of a... so the band Green Jello just released a documentary that came with an LP, and if you bought the special edition LP, you got the 7-inch. This 7-inch is a repress of their original debut from '84. Original copies of this, and this is the first time it's ever been repressed. Original copies for this go for like $150 on up. This is not the Green Jello of Three Little Pigs. This is more of a post-punk, Devo, art rock kind of sound. It's on this really cool green vinyl. If you're a fan of Green Jello, I mean, it's definitely Green Jello, and you'll definitely recognize them. It's just not the hard rock, heavy metal sound that you got with Serial Killer. Like I said, the closest thing I can compare it to is there's definitely some definitely some Devo there, definitely some art rock there, but still pretty cool. It's still pretty funny. The Green Jello theme song, I know that has been part of their set forever. Still kind of cool, and this is actually a different cover as well. This was the original cover that got rejected, of the guys walking across kind of Abbey Road style. They ended up releasing it with a Let It Be cover, which I actually like a little better, but still kind of a cool little collector's thing there. Last but not least, one of the best bands, speaking of new wave of traditional metal, these guys, both of their albums have been my best of for the year that they were released, and I really look forward to hearing something new from them. And I would definitely put them with Black Widow, Black Trip, and High Spirits. But Ambush, just such a killer band. This is Natural Born Killers and Heading East off of their last album. I tried to get this when it came out, and I just couldn't find it, and it ended up popping up just recently for a good price. This one's on white vinyl. If you haven't checked out Ambush, you're really missing out. Just an amazing, amazing, amazing band. And then just real quick, I don't remember if I showed this at the beginning. I don't think I did, but in the background, we're listening to Barely Human. I'm not even sure if you can hear it, but this is Malaya Rage, however you pronounce it. This is their 2004 album. It was just re-released by Dive Bomb Records. They did a killer job redoing these. The artwork is really nice. You can get these. I'll have to double check. I'll put a link down below regardless. You can get this, and also, I believe this one was 2010, but this is Masquerade. I haven't opened this one and spun it yet, but those are both available, or were available at No Life Till Metal Records. I'll put a link down below. Other than that, take care, everybody, and I'll see you soon. And again, Happy New Year.